It's time for my summer kitchen tour. So if you want to see what I've got going on, keep watching. Welcome to This and That with Denise Jordan. I teach women how to make wise home health and beauty decisions so there's less chaos in their homes, they lead healthier lives, and they feel beautiful from the inside out. And today, I am just showing off my kitchen. I get lots of comments from my viewers about the kitchen, and I will tell you it's one of my favorite rooms, and I guess it's because I'm always in here, either cooking or cleaning. When girlfriends come over, we sit at the table and we have coffee or tea, and it's a gathering place for family and friends. So it's certainly one of my favorite rooms. But before we jump into that, if you're new to my channel and you want to learn more about running a household or gardening or planning or health and beauty, then subscribe, because I do videos about those topics all the time. And I think you would enjoy what we do here, so please subscribe. But definitely check out the show notes in the description box below. I'll put links there to my favorite cleaning and gardening solutions. Now, some of those links are affiliate links, and they do help to support the channel, so thank you very much if you should click on them. Okay, so now let's jump into the tour. The first thing I want to start with is this sweet little kitchen vignette. I was wanting something new to put at the end of the counter, something that was portable, that I could set it aside when I needed this space for prep, but something that was just pretty and also functional. And so here I've got my cookbook that I really enjoy, and I've got a couple other ones, but this is one of my favorite ones. So I wanted to have it easily accessible rather than in the pantry. So I've got my cookbook here. This is one of my favorite faux flowers. And then of course, one of my soup tureens. And since it's summer, I've got these sweet little salt and pepper shakers. So they've got like dragonflies and inchworms and ladybugs and bees and all those kinds of things on there. So I'm loving this. And then this particular little scarf here is a doily that belonged to my grandmother, who is long gone. So it also has some sentimental value. So this is my summer kitchen vignette. And then now as we take a look at this end of the counter, I've been making a transition to farmhouse. Not too much farmhouse, but just a little. So one of the things that I did was I brought this picture out of my pantry and set it over there. And then I brought out 3 of my mason jars. So here's my flour, my sugar, my grits, and I just set them here on the counter, and I put my False Craft canisters in there. This is a cutting board that was given to us as a gift by my youngest son and his wife, and it's to celebrate our 45th anniversary, so I just have that sitting there. And I have a set of these dishes, and I just love them, and they're kind of old-fashioned, and so I thought I'd bring out this gravy bowl and just sit it there to kind of add to the decor. Here I've got a kitchen conversions chart, and I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. And over here, I switched out the dishwashing liquid and the hand soap that I had up here before. Since I went with the glass mason jars with the metal caps, I thought, well, let me just bring out my glass implements here that contain my dishwashing liquid and my hand soap. This particular one is from the Grove Collaborative, and I just thought it went well here. And so I'm really kind of liking this area here. Oh, and then this little Longenberger basket, I just filled with some garlic. So I needed a place to put the garlic, and I thought, well, I'll just pop it in that basket and just sit there on the end of the counter. So here I've got a nice little vignette there at the end of the counter. And we're probably one of the few people that still have a landline, so you can see the phone in the background. Now let's take a look at this end of the counter. Right here I've got the scrubber bubber, or bubble it up, or whatever you call it, but it's like a little dishwashing brush that I picked up from the Grove Collaborative. And I switched out that little green frog that I had forever and swapped it out with this white and gray sponge cup. And it just really complements the white and the cool, crisp, clean look I'm going with for summer. And right here, I've got another little tray vignette with a teapot and then some herbs. Here's some mint leaves here and then some sage over there. And then back here, I've got two little coffee cups, old-fashioned coffee cups with a saucer that complement that gravy bowl over there. But they're right below my sign that says coffee shop, open 24 hours. And this coffee cup kind of simulates the shape of that coffee cup in that little plaque right there. And then as you come on around the corner, you see my Keurig here in the corner, which has a black and white coffee mug here, which says coffee makes everything possible, which I certainly agree with. And then coming on around, you see my rooster. He is the newest item here on the counter, and I just love him. And I haven't written anything on the chalkboard yet. My husband and I are thinking about what we want it to be. But he's just sitting there, and he's just so sweet. And I picked him up at Hobby Lobby. And then there's another little vignette over here. This picture here I picked up at the Goodwill a couple of years ago, I believe, for one of the Goodwill challenges. And I brought it out to sit here. I love pictures and I love teapots. So here's another little tableau of a tall pitcher which says fresh, and I've got some utensils in it. And this is a small cream colored false craft pitcher. And I usually use it for water, but I decided to put some utensils in that way they're readily accessible. And then this little small sweet little pitcher here. So these three pitchers create another tableau. And then of course the base for my Vitamix is right here. And as we continue on around, here's the stove, and I've just got a grease can sitting here, and then the microwave. And on top of the microwave, I have this little white sugar bowl, and I got it at Burlington, and I believe it is by 10 Strawberry Street. That's who makes that, and they have a whole collection of this kind of thing at Burlington. This little herb press, which I got at Marshall's. And then I picked this sweet little teapot up which says Harney & Sons at one of my thrift shops. I just love teapots, as you can see, as well as soup tureens. So, but again, these elements here just kind of help to contribute to my farmhouse theme for the summer. Now on this side of the kitchen you've seen before. You see my Papi pictures on the wall. You see my oregano plant there on that stool, and it is just growing crazy. Down on the floor beside it is my bin with potatoes in it. And on the table is another little tray vignette, a soup tureen, a floral, and some little black and white cow salt and pepper shakers. And then on this end of the kitchen is the other Papi panel. There is my watering can with my beautiful spring and summer floral arrangement. And then on the stand, another teapot, and then another little bin with onions in it. Oh, and right there on the floor is just a little basket that I put some zucchini and some squash in. One of my husband's friends brought those over for me the other day, and I just tossed them in that basket, and I'll be making something with them very soon. The light's changing, so it's proving to be a challenge right now. Now let's take a look at what's going on in the dish cupboard. Here's where I keep the dishes that I use most often, and I really like the arrangement that I have going on in this particular cabinet. It's nothing special, it's nice and simple, but it's functional. The plates, the dinner plates that I don't use every day are up on the top, but they're accessible. Here is another one of those little crocks that I love so well, and it's in the color that I like, you know, kind of this off cream. I picked this up at the Goodwill. But here are my everyday dishes here, and then I use these bowls and little bread plates quite a bit. I don't use those coffee cups as often as I could, but I use them occasionally. And then there is another set of luncheon plates and bowls that I like to use. And then here on this bottom shelf is where I keep my bowls and other everyday plates. These are the little square rounds, and then these, just a cream color on the front and a dark color on the back. So here's where I keep my dinnerware. And funny thing, I bought this red Rachel Ray collection just when I made the decision to go with all white. But when I saw those, I could not let them stay in the store. So they're here, and now I'm not going all white. And this cabinet is where I keep my glasses. So in this top shelf is where I keep the glasses that I don't use most often, but that I want accessible when I need them. These are usually my lemonade and iced tea glasses, and then juice and water, and then of course my mason jars are right there. And then here's some plastic ware. I'm not sure what kind of glass it is. Actually, they were my grandmother's, but I use them when I want to take them along somewhere, and something that's not breakable. So there's one cabinet where I keep my glasses, and then I keep more mugs and glasses and things like that over here. So on this very top shelf is where I keep some more barware and serveware, like my little luncheon plates and things like that. Back of that corner are some serving trays and things that I rarely use, but they're accessible if I need them. And then this middle tray is pretty much devoted to coffee mugs. And again, there's more of my red Rachel Ray coffee mugs, and then some Starbucks coffee mugs in the back, and just other kind of mugs, one with my name on it, something that I got from a family member that has family or something like that on it. And then my Plan B mug, some plasticware for when the kids are here, and some other special occasion glasses and things like that. And then on this shelf is where I keep bowls and little serving bowls for like fruit and things like that. Ice cream bowls, measuring cups, spoon rests, and different things like that. And then again, back on the corner, there's other things back there that you can't see, but that I don't use often, but when I need to grab them, they're there. And then here's my little peppermint striped hot chocolate cup. So there are those things. Above the stove is where I keep my pitchers. So a margarita pitcher and just another water pitcher over there on the right, and then over there on the left, just a tall clear glass pitcher and a gold pitcher, just pitchers. And then of course some salt and pepper shakers that I use at Thanksgiving. And then here's where I keep my spices. So on this top shelf here, I keep a lot of taller items. Again, though these are all things that are readily accessible, I do need to get on a stool to reach them, but they are accessible. So just taller things, olive oils and cans of Pam and just stuff. And then I've got a little tiered rack here on this second shelf where I've got more things. And then on this bottom shelf, again, just things. And I can see where my husband's been in here, because I like to keep these two over here. And then of course on the door, I also have a few things on the door as well. These are spices that I do use frequently, and they're accessible here. I mostly use McCormick spices, but I do have a few others that are mixed in. And this cabinet down here is where I keep my plasticware and some large serving bowls. As you can see, I don't have a lot, because one of the things I do, the minute a lid is missing or cracked, I pitch them And so these are pretty inexpensive items. Pretty much disposable, not like these expensive Tupperware things that I used to have. And then in this cabinet here is where I keep my small appliances. The toaster, some mixing bowls, some other baking dishes, my Vitamix and things like that. There are those. And then this is my coffee drawer where I keep napkins and trivets and, you know, coffee things, sweeteners, that kind of thing. This drawer is where I keep my dish towels, or rather dish rags, and then my pot holders. This drawer down here is where I keep my boxes of storage bags and things like that. And here under the sink, my under the sink supplies, kitchen cleaning supplies and different things like that, with a few things on the door. My husband likes to be able to grab these things right there, so that's why they're on the door and not in the drawer. And then this drawer here is a hot mess, so if I open that door, things will fall out. And this is my junk drawer, so I don't open that either. So that's it. That is my summer kitchen tour. I hope you enjoyed seeing my kitchen. I get a lot of comments about my kitchen, and people say they think my kitchen is pretty and it's such a kind of a warm and cozy place. And I thought, well, why don't I just show you guys what I've done to just switch things up for summer. And I do appreciate all the nice comments that I get. I really do. It is just so encouraging to know that there are people out there that like what I do. So thank you for being a part of the TNT community. Now here's my question for you. What part of this summer kitchen tour did you find most interesting? Tell me in the comments section below. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and laundry and gardening and planning and health and beauty, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.